Hello everybody and welcome back to Benjamin Magnus Plays Civilization Beyond Earth. We're just going to keep going right where we left off, no big deal there. And I've got to say that this game is starting at least to make me a little bit nervous. It's making me nervous because I don't feel like I'm playing a new game. I feel like I'm playing Civ 5 in space with different skins. It doesn't feel like very much has changed yet. What is this worker doing? No, you can't go there. Why don't you just... Can't build the floatstone thing yet. You go here and you build a farm. Now, I might be wrong. I haven't played this game that much. I only have a couple hours into it so far. But it's not like when I've played other Civ games and it's like, oh, this is clearly a step up from the last one. Like when you went from Civ 2 to Civ 3 or Civ 3 to Civ 4. Not necessarily Civ 4 to Civ 5. Civ 5, don't get me wrong, I love. But I don't necessarily feel like Civ 5 was a step up from Civ 4. It's just that this one, it feels the same. If anything, it feels less. I was just talking on Twitter to one of my one of my viewers, and he was and I said that it feels like this is the framework. Okay, what do we got here?
Not to dream of toys or sweets.
Okay, we just finished up some science engineering. We just got there. As I was saying, it feels like a framework for paid DLC is what it feels like to me. Let's actually grab chemistry here so that we can find the petroleum on the map. And what I mean by that is, what the vision I had in my head is, one of those like little Connect 4 game boards, the vertical yellow things with all the holes in it. Like, yeah, it's a nice sturdy framework, but every few weeks I feel like they're gonna be like, okay, here's another token, $5. Here's another token, $5, and you'll have to pay to drop all those tokens in to fill the thing out. That's kind of what I'm getting the feeling here. It just feels like a framework for paid DLC. Like, the first thing that made me nervous is this, right here. Look how big this is. It's not that big at all. There's, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 30 some odd, maybe 30 texts, 30 base texts, and then there's 1 or 2 subsidiaries for each one. That doesn't seem like a lot. Maybe, I've never gone through and counted them in Civ 5 or any of the other Civ games, but that really doesn't seem like very much. That was the first thing I noticed. Now, I am going to keep playing this for a while, but what I was considering doing is because, quite honestly, I'm not having nearly as much fun playing this as I thought I would. What I was considering doing is finishing this playthrough here so I could at least get it under my belt and flesh the whole thing out start to finish. But if I don't start having a lot of fun with it, at least as much fun as I had with Civ 5 and what I still have with Civ 5, I still enjoy playing it. What I think I might end up doing on the siege worms in my way still. So you just do nothing. What I'm thinking about doing is finishing this, like I said, and then maybe going back and doing a playthrough of Civ 5 for my channel, or even going back and doing Civ 4 for an extended period of time, because Civ 4 is an amazing game, and it's been a really long time since I played Civ 4. So chances are I don't remember how to play most of it. So it'll be pretty fresh, and it'll be pretty fresh for the on-screen camera here. Not necessarily camera, but you know what I mean. My disagreements, blah blah blah. Sorry, no interest. And this is another thing. The fucking diplomacy. It's a verbatim, goddamn, exactly the same as Civ 5. Like nothing's fucking different. What am I waiting for? Oh, guys, we're moving. I'm not saying that I'm not enjoying this, but it doesn't feel like it's $50 worth of enjoyment. It feels like a spacey, reskinned expansion that I would have become uncomfortable paying $15 for. But that's right now. That's my initial feelings. And this thing up here, this affinity. Not happy with it. I was at first because what I thought is that the way I saw this, and with like the upgrades down here, Like, I thought that you would, once you start going one direction, like, say I unlocked, I got 6 harmony affinity, it would, like, block out these ones or something like that. No, that's not the way. Or, let's see, if we take a look at the tree here, if we did some of them that would get us, you know, supremacy, there would be like a supremacy tree, and as you unlock the supremacy tree and it went along, it would block out, like, some of the other ones. So you'd actually have to pick and choose which way you'd want to go. But no, that's not it. You could do... You can unlock every single one. You can unlock every single tech. It's not going to block them out. You can max all of these out in your playthrough. It's not like you're going to have to choose one or the other. You can do all of them perfectly fine with no consequences. It just seems like it's a half-assed reskin of Civ 5, and that might seem like a little harsh, but you know, and I do have to apologize again. It's not like I have a ton of time invested into this game right now, but like the resources are just like whatever. I don't have any strategic resources going, and it doesn't seem to have affected me at all. The health is basically a new version of happiness, but it doesn't seem like there's any resources that increase your health. Oh, I finished research. Water refining, actually, yeah, let's just finish this one out. The resources don't seem to actually do very much. I'm sure that some units down the tech tree will require this stuff to be built, but like right now, it just feels like I'm playing reskinned Civ 5. It doesn't feel like I'm playing a new game. And I'm seriously considering, like, because I really, really do love the Civ franchise, don't get me wrong. Well, what I feel like would be best for my channel would be to do a playthrough of this, and if my feelings don't change on it, go and play either, and I'll probably leave this up to you guys, either play do a Civ 5 playthrough.
I bring forth myself.
A wonder completed.
I shall be the everborn and the never dead.
Alright, first wonder. Seems very anticlimactic. You know what I miss? Is when you completed a wonder, you got this really cool, you know, pre-rendered cutscene of the wonder, of like a flyby of the wonder. But that's gone. And every Civ iteration, like the reward for building a wonder, at least in terms of like the visuals and whatnot, just seems to be getting less and less and less. That one was just like a line drawing of whatever the fuck that was. I don't know what it was. I don't even remember what the name of it was. Ecto something. And it maybe this might seem like to you like my opinions have vastly changed since episode 3, from episode 3 to 4, but that is because I have been, I mentioned it before, I've been playing a multiplayer campaign with my buddy, and so I've got a couple hours invested in that as well. So I do have more than just the on-screen time of playing this game, and I can't help but feel this way. I don't know what to say. I don't know what else to say about it. Like this miasma bullshit. What the fuck's the point? I don't know what any of these resources are or what they do. Like in at least in Civ 5, it's like, okay, that's a luxury resource, that's a strategic resource. So the strategic resource will get you this, and the luxury resource will get you this, and I'm looking at all this shit, and I was like, it all seems the same to me. What the fuck is floatstone? What the hell does it do? What the hell is basalt? What the fuck does it do? What the hell is fungus? What the fuck does it do? Like algae, coral. It seems like they could all be replaced with, you know, one generic resource, because it doesn't seem like there's very, very slight difference between everything. Like I've been recording for a bit now, and what the hell is that? Like, what the fuck is this? Deorbit imminent. Okay, I did realize at some point there is a countdown right there of how long your your satellites to stay in orbit. Unit needs orders. My explorer. Finally got this guy over here. Might as well keep going. Now, what is this? Ancient tomb. Now, do I work it, or do I excavate it? I'm assuming I excavate it. You know what, let's just go to Magan and purchase. Yeah, look how much freaking money I have. I'm gonna keep calling it money because I don't feel like calling it energy. I've got shit tons of it without trying. Let's build an explorer, and we'll send him to excavate. I in no way felt like I was short of anything, ever. Never felt like I was short of food, never felt like I was short of science, health, money, nothing. Never felt like I was ever short of it. And, like, I have no interest in, like, reading the description, like this. You could chastise me for this, but it's just like, I don't feel like...
Your explorer has noticed something strange nearby.
Spending the time to, you know, like, read what all the buildings do. It's just like, look at them, build whatever the advisor says, because I don't fucking care. It doesn't seem to make any difference one way or the other anyway. Let's send this guy over here. And the more I talk out loud about it, the more I'm like, why am I playing this game? Why did I spend money on it? It actually reminds me of the way I felt about Rome Total War 2. If you have never played another game in the series, and you are brand new to it, then yeah, it's fucking great. But if you know in the back of your mind how, like, what the previous incarnations of the game were like, and how good they were, and how good they still are, how well they still hold up, then it's just like, what am I doing with this piece of junk? Like, I played the hell out of the first Rome Total War. That was one of my favorite games of all time. That thing is amazing. And then when I played Rome 2, it's just like, this is a you know, 1 step forward, 10 steps back. And that's, like, if I compare this one to Civ 4, that's kind of what I'm feeling. Yeah, sure, it's pretty, I'll give it that. But I'm past the point, like look at all these buildings. Whatever. Repair facility? Recycler? Whatever. Just, it just, don't care. Just, it's all the same to me. These icons barely look any different. Just build whatever my advisors say. It could just be me. It really could, but it doesn't feel like... This game evokes no emotion from me whatsoever. It just is... It feels flat. It feels like a facade of something grander. And I will... We'll see in a few weeks, by the way, if I'm right about this. If they start coming out with paid DLC, you know, weeks after launch, then I'm 100% right. And that seems like the status quo these days. That's what you fucking do. You build a really good game, and then you rip everything except for the bare components out of it, and then you piecemeal it out weeks after launch for more money. Rome 2 did that too. Day 1 paid DLC? Fuck you. Fuck you. That is a slap in the goddamn face. Day 1 paid DLC. That is a fucking slap to your customer's face. That's why I don't play Rome. I won't play it. Like, I reinstalled it a couple weeks ago and started it up, and I couldn't even start up a campaign. I got to the loading screen and I was just like, fuck this. It's like, I don't even want to play it. The biggest waste of money in my life, in terms of games, Rome 2 Total War, biggest waste of fucking money ever. Jesus Christ. And you can probably tell by the tone of my voice, just talking about it pisses me off. Like, right now, if you wanted to go buy Rome 2 Total War, take a wild guess. Take a guess. Take a guess how much do you think it would cost for the game and all the DLC released for it. And keeping in mind, it came out about a year ago. Yeah, about a year, I'd say. I think it's been about a year now. Just think about it. A couple, 1 year worth of the game and all the DLCs. Now go check to see how much that'll cost you for the game plus all the DLCs in 1 year. Oh wait, no, go ahead. I'll wait. I'll keep playing. You go check. Fucking ridiculous, right? Fucking ridiculous. It's like $120, if not more. It was like I think it was 119 or something like that. $119.99 the last time I checked. Sorry about that. That was just my wife asking me what time I was going to be working today. So I have these guys so I can get this one or this one. Population for newly founded cities. I'm like, what the hell is the point? They grow so quickly as it. I'm on fucking epic game pace here, and they grow quickly as it is. So whatever, I guess we'll use that. Like, I'm looking at these virtues, and I'm just like, whatever, just pick one. It doesn't make any difference. The game's gonna unfold the same goddamn way anyway. Well, and you know, to me at least, you're not going on the right track. If I'm going, at least in Civ 5, I felt like this, and at least in Civ 5, I mean, Civ 5's not even the best freaking incarnation of the series. This entire episode is becoming a rant about how I feel about video games, by the way, and I hope you don't mind. My voice is starting to go. I got my cup of tea, but my voice is starting to crack. Still got that cold. So now we got to pick something else, and I think I just grabbed biochemistry here. Yeah, these are what I was talking about, these affinities. I kind of feel like it would make sense if after I got bionics, I could unlock this one or this one, but getting one affinity or the other would lock out the other one, so you actually had important choices to make. And that would fit really well if the tech tree was actually big. And I gotta say, this tech tree, well, at first I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. You pick and choose which way you want to go. Now I'm like, it's fucking stupid. The only way a tech tree like this works, a radial one like this works, is if it's massive and you have choices to make. If you can unlock everything in every gameplay, there's no point in doing it like this. Just make it fucking linear like in the other Civ games. Now, if you wanted to... the way to do this correctly, in my opinion, is to go look at the Path of Exile radial tree. It's fucking huge. It's massive, and you have choices to make. You have to choose which way you're going to go. You have to say, I want this, which means I'll have to sacrifice not having this, and specialize by going in different directions. This one, you just pick anything you want and go. Planetary survey, whatever. Seriously not terribly happy with this game. Like I'm not even talking about what I'm doing in the game right now. I'm just ranting and hitting next turn. Because there's nothing going on. I really feel like what... the more I think about it... and what, really? That's a mountain? I can't walk over these craters? Seriously? Whatever. For my channel, I really feel like what's going to be the most entertainment value is probably finishing this up and just leaving it at one. Unless something drastically changes, like I said before, leaving it at one go of this, and then probably go to Civ 4. Civ 4 was amazing. Alright, what are we going to build here? Water refinery. Can only be constructed on coastal... okay. Apparently this doesn't count as a coastal city. Or maybe it does. Why is that in red? Usually red means no. God. There's some seriously poor design choices in this too. Like the tooltip up in the fucking upper right hand corner, adjacent but not the same size as the fucking mini-map. Why is the mini-map... Why? You couldn't put the mini-map over here? Or put this vertically over the side and put the mini-map in the lower right-hand corner like everyone expects it to be? These buttons don't need to be right here. They fucking don't need to be right there. This map could be this big right here, and these buttons could be above it, or they could be vertically, or they could be over here. They could be a little drop-down thing like it was before. Why do you need to change things that already fucking work perfectly fine? Mini-map, personally, I feel like this mini-map's fucking tiny. It just seems really, really small to me.
All planets possess inherent value, and establishing the exact...
Again, got something new? Whatever. Let's try to get more affinity, I guess. So let's look for... let's get that one. Well, I guess I'm like done exploring for, well, on this continent at least. Let's just buy some stuff, I guess. Buy some stuff. I can't work that. I can work this. Fucking rolling in dough, so just buy the hell out of everything. Even in Civ, like, I can't believe I keep saying this. Like, even this is better in Civ 5. In Civ 5, I felt like resources matter. I don't feel like resources matter in the slightest. Maybe it's because I have a shit ton of them, and every single time I've started up a game, I've always had shit tons of them. I've had more than enough of everything all the time. Yeah, you can go here. And I guess you just fortify and sit there and wait. Like, I like the concept of the upgrading this button right here. I like this concept, but it is a extremely simplified version of the upgrading in Alpha Centauri, which was an amazing fucking game. Maybe I'll try to find a copy of that and play Alpha Centauri for my channel. That would be a great game to play. That's actually a really good idea. See if I can get my hands on some Alpha Centauri and play that. If you guys have never played Alpha Centauri, that game is amazing. It's like this game, only good. Well, I've been ranting for long enough, I think. Not much has happened this episode. Expanded a little, I guess. Did some more research. Quest decision. Our colonial grid is now powered by a thorium reactor. Already, its people have grown accustomed to its gentle hum and glow, so efficient is the reactor it's barely working at capacity. If we push it further, we could divert the energy towards increased production speed, or we could use it to create new units and structures. So, +2 energy from thorium reactors, or production. Let's do production. What am I doing here? Clear the miasma. There we go. Oh, pardon me. Pardon me indeed. Still a little bit sick. I think I mentioned that before. Well, I think I'm going to call it an episode here. This episode was basically a gigantic rant about how I feel about DLC in games, in some games these days. Quest failed. What did I fail? Let's take a look at this, see what I failed and how I failed it. Build a laboratory. After months of research and breakthrough, the remains found in the tomb have been identified as a modern-day citizen of our colony. As impossible as it seems, perhaps this man can find answers in the tomb. So, was that this thing that I was working on? Did they just not find anything there? I guess. Anyway, well, if you've enjoyed this episode, just drop me a like, leave me a comment right down below. Especially let me know what you would like to see if I decide to not continue Civ 5. Let me know if you want to see Civ 4, or not Civ 5, Civilization Beyond Earth. Let me know if you want to see Civ 5, Civ 4, see if I can find some Alpha Centauri and play that great game. And, like, what was I saying? Oh, I messed up my own outro. Drop me a like, leave me comments. Oh, right. And if you're interested in more Benjamin Magnus Plays Civilization Beyond Earth, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time.